ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training. On that front, the Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, COTVET, through a Skills Development Fund, is spearheading that agenda in Ghana.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people?
That is correct.
Our research showed that Ghana was at number 8 in the world when it comes to cybercrime.
On this program, we shall open up the SDF to you.
So SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff to be very productive.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
We are now even positioned to train about 400 workers.
We give them $276,000 US. There is a fund from which we are giving grants to businesses to address these challenges.
You develop these moringa plants into product like soap, creams. Okay.
Watch SDF Diaries on the Joy News channel on Multi TV every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. SDF, managed by COTVET, is an initiative of the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
Hello there and welcome to your ever interesting and educative TV program SDF Diaries. Skills Development Fund is a challenge fund addressing the skills and technology needs of business enterprises in both the formal and informal sectors of our economy. Today, Skills Development Fund organizes its 4th Grant Award ceremony here at the Mainsvic Grand Hotel. Today, SDF is giving out over 41 million Ghana cedis to deserving businesses, of course, to address issues of skills development and technology needs of various businesses. It promises to be exciting. Stick and stay with me on SDF Diaries. My name is Albert Ankra.
The SDF journey started some 3 years ago when the government of Ghana approached the World Bank and Danida for support to enable it implement a program to upgrade the skills and technology base of the private sector. This gave birth to the Ghana Skills and Technology Development Project, a component of which is the Skills Development Fund. The World Bank and Danida have since supported SDF with over $60 million US. COTVET, the implementing agency for SDF, has come this far from 6 grantees with grant value of $750,000 US in 2012 to over 400 with a grant value of $39 million US. The 4th Grant Award ceremony was held at the Mainsvic Hotel in the East Legon to award grants to successful applicants who applied to SDF under the 4th call for proposals, which ended in January 2014. Out of over 700 applications, 265, representing 38% of total applications to the fund, made it to the approval stage. The grant award ceremony was performed by the Honorable Deputy Minister of Education, Honorable Samuel Okucheto Ablakwa, together with officials from the World Bank, COTVET and the SDF committee. Welcoming participants, the head of the COTVET Project Support Unit, Mr. Matthew Daly, who is also the project coordinator of the Ghana Skills and Technology Development Project, expressed satisfaction about the achievements of the fund in the past 3 years.
Sure, they conform to contractual obligations of the grantees in line with our financing agreement as per the donor arrangement that we have. We have also provided financial and procurement management support to enable grantees to use grants in accordance with prudent financial and procurement practices. Honorable Deputy Minister, as we award today's grant to the tune of 41 million Ghana cedis, let me assure the general public and stakeholder public that the Corporate Project Support Unit will ensure the funds are disbursed efficiently and utilized in accordance with the contractual commitments and to the ultimate benefit of the Ghanaian private sector and business. I must admit, however, that there may be instances of delays in the processing and disbursing of grants. In as much as the PSU is working hard to streamline and minimize the turnaround time for grant requests, let us be highly mindful of the need to respect and observe the existing grant management system, which has numerous checks and balancing mechanisms that assures accountability and transparency. I also want to use this opportunity to urge the grantees not to delay unduly in implementing their activities, as this has a tendency of delaying project implementation and subsequent disbursement. One of our key challenges, Honorable Deputy Minister, has been the management of feedback process as grantees keep increasing. As I indicated earlier on, we started with 6 grantees, and currently we have about 400 grantees to work with. The PSU has installed a multilingual interactive voice response system which allows for a toll-free 24-hour grant inquiry on MTN short code 30045. Grantees are advised to make their inquiries in English, Akan, Ga, Ewe, Dabani on the interactive voice response system. I wish to further state that Government is happy to be part and parcel of this initiative and wish to assure the Government of Ghana, the World Bank, DANIDA, and other development partners such as the African Development Bank and the GIZ of our commitment to sound and efficient project management, monitoring, and evaluation system. Honorable Minister, on behalf of the Director, at this point I want to welcome you and also thank you for your audience. Thank you.
In her remarks, Ms. Eunice Akwer, Senior Education Specialist of the World Bank, admonished grantees to put their grants to judicious and efficient use. She also commended Cuthbert for the successful implementation and management of the project.
It is important to continue the prudent financial management, efficiency, and value for money processes that underpin this grant. It is also important that we learn lessons from the current process so that these efforts can be continued. I am referring to sustaining the Skills Development Fund beyond the World Bank and DANIDA support for this 5-year project. We are talking about technical sustainability. The lessons we learn from here, the capacity that is built, will help to manage future systems. We are talking about financial sustainability, ensuring that there's a budget and there's additional funding for the Skills Development Fund. We are talking about institutional sustainability. We thank God for the CODVET and the PSU who are mandated. The CODVET is mandated to oversee and coordinate all technical, vocational skills and innovation activities in Ghana. And we are happy that they are leading this particular implementation of this project. I have a simple message to grantees, which is that you have gone through the SDF rigorous process successfully. You are increasing your productivity, you are increasing skills and incomes and employment. This is all very good, but it's only part of the story. The other part of the story, I think, I would suggest to you, is that you are ambassadors of the SDF. You embody the success of the SDF in your daily activities and in your continuous success. Not one of you can afford to fail, because Any failure will reflect on the SDF. Your individual success as grantees in your business is the success of the SDF. So, on behalf of the World Bank, I want to assure all here gathered, Honorable Deputy Ministers, all protocol observed, of the continuous support of the bank for the project. Thank you for your attention.
In his presentation, Mr. Atto Simpson, SDF manager at the Cuthbert Project Support Unit, submitted that SDF has since 2011 awarded grants totaling $39 million to over 400 institutions, firms and organizations.
We've come a long way. As my coordinator mentioned earlier, round 1 began in July 2011. It was not a nice story. Out of 493 proposals that we got, only 6 got a grant, 1.5 million Ghana cedis. It's not encouraging. But we moved on. Round 2 saw an improvement. Out of the 428, we had 72, 15.31 million Ghana cedis. Round 3 was even better. We gave grants to 168 grantees, 29.35 million Ghana cedis. And round 4, which we are part of, we had 265 grants given, 41.16 million Ghana cedis. So we keep moving. And because the SDF has become a household name, everybody knows about SDF. The impact is significant. We would like to say that here. And the various outreach campaigns we've been carrying out, you can see that those who have got a grant are doing very wonderful things with the grants. And so we are on the move.
Emphasizing some of the most successful outcomes of SDF-funded projects, he identified the Precious Minerals Marketing Company, Enu Answer Farms, Gold Coast Fruits, KNUST Jewelry, and the Ghana Rice Interprofessional Body as having made a tremendous impact on productivity in Ghana.
A grant was given for the training to take place, trained about 60 people, the employees, and as we speak, each person can do 2.4 pieces of diamond a day. And that is not just a story. You see, the quality is now up to international standard. So as we speak, orders from La Côte d'Ivoire, orders from Liberia, Sierra Leone, and countries around, that would have gone to Belgium, to India, and to Israel to cut and polish diamonds, are now coming to Ghana. They are all coming to Ghana, cut, polish, and send back. So all the income that we didn't even anticipate are coming to the country. We talk about Enu Answer Farm in the central region, a small fisheries farm. It does fingerlings to sell to fish farmers across the country. It had a small problem. The eggs were not turning optimally. So they got a grant to buy some little technology from Thailand. And they got this grant, and as we speak, a long story short, productivity increased from 200,000 fingerlings per month to 600,000 a month. They didn't increase their inputs, same inputs, but 3 times as much output. And that is big. They can now export all the way to Nigeria because of the cost reduction that they're experiencing. Gold Coast Fruits, Eastern region. This firm does pineapples for export. Short story, the yield was, before they came to SDF, was 20 tons per hectare. As we speak, the yield on the farms per hectare is 80 tons, 4 times, because of SDF. Moving on, KNUST in Ashanti region, there's a jewelry design center there, supporting the jewelers in that region and elsewhere. Point is, when the jewelers get an order from abroad to produce rings and others, it's difficult. It takes them about 2 days to design and produce one piece. We thought they couldn't learn new computer-aided technology design software, but we were put in a school, and for 3 weeks or so, they could learn and master the art of designing to spec. Instead of using 2 days to design and to cut out, they used 2 hours. 2 hours. All because of the support they got from SDF. You go to the northern region, you have the Ghana Rice Interprofessional Body, a body of rice growers across those regions. They came to us wanting to buy some simple way of growing rice. they were doing 2 tons per hectare. As we speak, they are doing 8 tons. And these are stories, tangible stories. 8 tons from 2. You can imagine if you can expand the operations, what impact this would have on the volume of rice we import as a country.
Delivering the keynote address, Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa commended the World Bank and Danida for supporting the government of Ghana through CODVET to implement a successful program as a skills development fund.
Ladies and gentlemen, government appreciates the support of the World Bank and Danida in committing $60 million to finance the Skills Development Fund. I am optimistic that, as enthusiastically observed the last time we went on monitoring visits to ascertain progress in implementing SDF-funded projects, so shall these grants be put into productive use to the benefit of the Ghanaian economy. This can be done by ensuring the outcomes of SDF funding reflect in quality improvements in their productivity, incomes, and profits, thereby creating avenues for increased employment. We encourage recipients of this grant to live up to expectation and also appeal to you that you utilize the funds for its intended purpose only.
Obviously enthused about the successful management of the project, Honorable Ablakwa underscored the outcomes of SDF on job creation, which is key on government's development agenda, and encouraged the CODVET project support units to maintain the high sense of professionalism it has all along adopted in managing and monitoring the use of grants under the SDF.
May I also use this opportunity to assure everybody that we will continue with our rigorous monitoring mechanism to ensure that the intended results are achieved. I would like to express our profound gratitude to the Project Support Unit and the staff of CODVET for their continuous diligence and dedication, which has ensured that the Skills Development Fund has made a real and measurable impact. I thank you all and wish you well in your productive endeavors. God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you very much.
The climax of the event